Ladies and gentlemen, good pop, members and friends, it's Matt Bailey here, branch director for the Scotch Whisky Society. Try and say it really fast and see what happens. And we're going through the festival casks. We're having a taste of some of them just as a sort of a preview of what's being released over the next few weeks for festival month. Watch our Speyside video on Distillery 39 to know a bit more about the festivals, but basically, in a nutshell, it's a celebration of the regions of Scotch whisky, the 5 main regions, and no, Islands is not a region, but you've got Highland, Speyside, Islay, Campbelltown, and Lowlands. You've got the 5 main regions of Scotch whisky production. The importance of those regions is the people, the flavour, and the style of whisky that comes out of those regions. I think it's important. We talk about that in wine, we talk about that in other ways, but I won't go into too much detail right now. That's a rant for another time. But Distillery 149 is part of the Highland Whisky Festival. It is a Highland Whisky distillery. It's probably the most remote distillery that we've bottled out of the festival releases this year. On the far west coast of Scotland is Distillery 149, Furtive Gherkin, great name for a whisky, oily and coastal flavour profile. We've got 3 oily and coastal, I think, this year out of the 12 festivals, and we know how much members love oily and coastal. So very exciting to be able to get a few of those coming through. Not only is this exciting because it's a newish distillery in the Scotch whisky landscape who are doing great old school traditional style whiskies, but also this is quite possibly, or maybe with the exception of their own, it's the oldest spirit you'll taste from this distillery. This is basically year 1, year 2 level kind of spirit for them. So you're tasting the oldest ever produced whiskey, even though it's only 8 years old only, but it's done remarkably well after 8 years. Now, I have tasted this bottle once before, and when I first tasted it, I said out loud to our team, this is quite possibly my favourite of the festival releases so far. It's picked up, because I know the 149s, members should keep an eye out on our website for things like a tasty morsel, and actually I think it's dot 4, and the coal scuttle of jam and treacle, which is the dot 7. But those single casks are remarkable. I think mine is a 6 and one is a 7-year-old. This 8-year-old has just taken it to another dimension. It's become even more relaxed. It's from a combination of, I think it's exclusively first fill ex-bourbon barrels to produce this one. It is not a single cask, but it is a rare single malt that we've bottled from this distillery, and we're very excited for this Highland release. Immediately I do get that old school burnished copper, the SPC fruit tin from the 90s. That's sort of like lovely, sort of like, it's almost like a smoked peanut butter sandwich almost. It's a bit nutty. It's also just a bit, like it's got this lovely prickle to it. Like it's spiced pear and mead. And it's gherkiny. It is like pickle juice in a glass, which is just so exciting. It's just got that lovely sort of like funky, aromatic, kind of oily and coastal, really kind of, but it's way more relaxed than I was ready for in a way. I'll show you the front label in a bit more detail here. Take a look. It's got this lovely swirl, the flavour swirls that we've been going with at the Society. 62.4% ABV, so nice punchy cask strength there. Probably filled at 63.5, so not, the casks have been filled at sort of normal sort of 63.5-ish strength, so it's hasn't lost very much to the Angels, thankfully. Let's have a quick taste. Oh, the finish on that is just goes on and on and on. It's like a little bit of blue cheese and pickles on a cheese board. Just keeps flowing, just keeps going a little bit on and on. It's juicy. It's a bit of rock melon in there. That's lovely. That's a very complex whiskey for what is considered a younger age statement. Do not miss this. The Highland Festivals is actually part of the, I think it's the 2nd week or the 3rd week. I can't remember anymore. I think it's the 3rd week of the festival releases coming out in June in Outturn. Outturn will be in your inboxes very shortly. I don't want to say first Friday of the month for this month because the festival releases are through the whole month of June. So we're really taking the whole month of June to really amp up the festival releases and bring something special to Outturn to be able to enjoy these pretty much at the same time as Scotland are, which is just a rare treat rather than it sitting on a boat for 6 months or something like that. Until next time, I'll see you at the festivals. There are tickets available to some of the events left around the country. Do not miss out. It's only Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne that have sold out, but check out the other events coming up. The experiences that we host at the Society are absolutely cream of the crop. And, of course, the virtuals. The 5 different regions represented with 1 dram each, or you can go the full 12. I will say now, the full 12 is extremely limited in supply, so it's definitely first in, best dressed with that. Slàinte mhath, to your good health, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.